unseen, unheard. This one's mine. Coming from the rear.
Enemy.
No. No, we're hiding.
Not much of a guard presence over here. Just saying. You're mine now!
Careful, to the left!
Cool.
You're bleeding! Come on! Oh!
Hey! Over here!
He's dead. Fuck, I hope I saved recently. Ah! I hope. Fuck. Team. I'm not sure why I wouldn't have saved immediately after I got the banner. Okay. It's fine. Cool.
We've got company.
Perk up, envoy. Watch the left.
I'll fix this. Defenses up. Don't you die on me.
Give him just as good. One for you.
Oh, he's level 5. Yeah, I think he was being healed.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Oh, corroded key. Go in here. I read about Major Deflection. He won many battles. The wars. I don't want to talk. I'm going to talk about something else though. I don't want to talk about Major Deflection. I want to talk about this game. That was me attempting a deflection. That's what I was doing there. Trying. I mean, they don't have any radios. Sprawlings. Ah. See, we don't even need to go into Amelia's camp.
That was a close one. Pick up shit from these farms. Kai, weapons ready.
Most of the writing in the old journals faded beyond legibility, overgrown by mould. Little can be deciphered tells a sad story of a farmer's failed attempt cultivating the land. The prospects seemed good at first. What little value the land had quickly dried up. To month failure, the farm was abandoned. Its owner decided to leave Galloway's tasks for more fertile land. Fuck! Cheeky fucking skeleton. Skeleton warrior. Skeleton warriors!
Not saying a word. Protect the envoy. Keep your wits about you. We aren't alone here. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Now they're just asking for us to sneak in.
I'm not seeing where the cave flag is. I can hear stuff. Lovely. Turn up for the books. Let's get cracking on.
What do you want? Damn. The dream is over then. If we can't hold our banners, we've no hope of surviving the tasks. At least not like this. Still, if you got those, and we still have Kith to tell the tale, then maybe you're not all bad. Maybe you can help. Let's talk inside. All right, I'll begin by thanking you. My wardens still live and breathe. I don't take that for granted.
It's kind of you to say. You're welcome.
Credit's all yours. Now, let's get to business. I'll be blunt. I don't know how my wardens and I can reconcile with Redout or with the Keep. We spilled blood when we tried to leave Envoy, and we've spilled more hoping to hurt them enough to change their minds. Never mind our reasons for marching on the gate. That's not something that's forgiven.
Redout wouldn't have sent me if there was no way out.
No. No, I suppose he wouldn't. Just... I don't see how this resolves well. They'll never let us leave. Even if they forgive us, the evils that drove my wardens to the gates won't go away. I don't see how we're not fucked.
Let's talk about those problems. What exactly are they?
There's no food. The land itself is hostile, making life in the tower unbearable. Maybe it'd be easier if we had trade, but the council refuses that. And even if they allowed it, our existence in the keep is against our nature as Pargrunen. We're meant to roam. Nandru's oath forbids that, though. We're only born to die here as we watch over the garden. No one escapes. Not anymore.
Sounds like I have to talk to Nandru.
There were expeditions out in the past. My father led one before I was born. Died on a hill I'll never see.
Oh no, I'm not smart enough. I need to be smarter. Tell me about your oath.
What is there to discuss? Nandru set the course of our lives hundreds of years ago. To watch over the garden forever.
This isn't right.
Never mind that our nature screams for us to roam. We're supposed to stay put and waste away for the sake of a garden we'll never know.
Go with me on this for a moment. Wardens live and die by this oath, yes?
We do.
Your father died in service to that oath, yes?
He did.
He died with his wardens outside the tusks too, isn't that right?
What are you driving
I
at?
don't know. The fact that you've had an out this whole time, leaving to fulfill his duty.
You mean How did I not? All this time, I...
You're free to roam, as you should be.
Yes. Yes, I'll talk to my wardens. We'll ready our departure. Our leave won't be granted immediately, but that is a winning argument. Take this. It'll open up the chest just to your right.
Yay!
I want you to have what's in there.
Okay, hang on. Oh yeah. Her father died outside. Okay, that does seem sort of weird that she'd missed that. I missed that because I wasn't paying attention, but she lived her life here.
Thank you, Envoy. I'll take it from here.
A sprout. The hair leaves the burrow. A shift in the earthen plate. Free to wander.
That was some clever thinking. I'm starting to see why the Emperor made you his envoy.
He should be louder when I do that, not quieter. Go box. Oh. Show me I only read. Okay. Yeah, shame I only wear light armor, but there you go. Solved that pretty quickly, didn't we? I'm guessing this is a smaller area than the rest of the game as well, because that's always how it works. And like, I mean, it looks, there's going to be dungeons, but like, it looks smaller. So there's a bird over there. I see you.
Envoy, last time I was here, I was fully convinced I'd never be back.
Must not have left under the best of terms.
I left Solace under the cover of darkness, through an exit only me and a friend of mine knew about. More importantly, I left without permission, which means I more or less exiled myself.
I thought Paragoon were supposed to get out and wander.
Solace is the oldest standing settlement in the lands. Tradition all but forbids aimless wandering. I've met Pargrunen from elsewhere who seem driven to travel. Seems strange to me. You'll see when we get there. Solace isn't the most welcoming place, even to those who live there. Anyway.
Talk about Gallowayne's tusks.
What do you want to talk about?
Can you tell me about Solace and Gallowayne's tusks?
This place was named after Gallowayne, but I always thought Magrin held more sway here. Lava, high temperatures, and a giant Bleste volcano in the middle of the region tell me the goddess of fire had something to do with it. Even Solace has the good sense to send a prayer or two Magrin's way. Hard not to when your home is surrounded by Magrin's fury, but sure, give Gallowayne the glory. Maybe that's why Magrin's so Bleste angry all the time.
Heard anything interesting out there?
There's a place in the southwest of the Tusk called the Slumbering Fields. It's full of dry brambles and plants with nasty thorns. There used to be an old Pargrunen aqueduct out there, but it hasn't been used for a long time. No one's sure why the water stopped flowing, but without it, we've been drinking subterranean runoff for ages. That's all I know, really.
Any tips for surviving out here?
Let's see. First rule in Gallowayne's tusks is to be grateful for every breath. The air itself is poisonous here, if you breathe enough of it. Don't overexert yourself, and keep your heartbeat slow. A wet cloth over your mouth and nose will help. Remember that this place wants to kill you at all times. Act like your every step is putting you in danger. And make sure to clear your eyes, ears, and nose every now and then. Ash builds up faster than you'd expect. You know, if you're this interested in survival in the living lands, we can take this even further. You've done all right out here, but there's always more to know if you want to survive. So, what do you want to learn?
Just your instincts. How about a little bit of everything? Show me how to survive conditions that would cripple the unprepared.
Right. People think survival is about knowing what to eat and where to drop your sokka. But there's more than that. You'll have to learn to withstand pain, resist poison, and laugh at discomfort.
I'm mildly uncomfortable.
This is gonna be fun. Right. That about does it. You're a quick study. At least now I don't have to worry about you so much out there. I can spend my time watching over Kai and Yatsley. Teaching is its own reward, I guess.
Just do Constitution.
Oh, gods. Anyone else finding it hard to breathe?
Oh dear. Focus on something else, dear. Like how terrible the tusks smell.
We're here. Stay.
Oh.
Stay with us, Marius. The feeling will pass.
Right. I'm alright. It's like I'm being chased by something I can't see.
We're here, Marius. You're safe. The only thing chasing you is yourself.
Gods. I'm the last person I'd want to be chased by.
We're on the precipice of something magical. You can feel it, can't you? The garden is within our grasp. All we need now is the courage and wisdom to brave the unknown.
We've done it before, we'll do it again.
Your confidence is refreshing. I almost hate to ask, but are you afraid of what's to come? I'm not judging, just curious.
I'm worried that everything I know is about to be turned upside down.
The bane of every academic.
The bane of every
For
academic.
the first time in ages.
The
I am not
bane.
afraid. I used to care so much about discovery, invention, achievement. But deep down, I was afraid. Afraid that I wasn't living up to my potential.
No, that few.
Of course you do. What blade cuts deeper than having unachievable standards for yourself? Since we met, everything I believed has been proven wrong. That the island can be controlled. That I alone can fix it. Even my parents. Gods. They really had no idea what they were doing. Just like me.
They must have felt the same pressure as you did.
And look how that turned out. I'm so tired of being afraid. I need to accept my limitations or embrace them. Even if I'm wrong again, that's part of the journey. I have no idea where it leads. And for the first time, it's fine. Perfectly fine.
That would have gotten you a standing ovation at the academy.
Really? I wouldn't know what to do with that much encouragement. Glad I could get that off my chest. We have bigger problems to worry about, but I appreciate these little moments. You have an inquisitive mind. I respect that. If you ever feel your education is missing something, I'd be happy to teach you what I know. All you have to do is ask.
I ask.
The Imperial Court taught you well, but I suspect there were gaps in what they call an education. If there's anything you've been dying to learn from an Animancer, now's the time.
Tell me what an animancer sharpens their mind to decipher the spiritual world.
Unfortunately, that can take a lifetime. It's the sad reality of our work.
Tea is cold.
But I'll give you the short version. Now, let's begin. You drifted off for a moment. Were you paying attention?
I was hanging on to your every word.
Really? What's the last thing I said?
You were telling me about the fight that broke out during your thesis defense.
Ah, I stand corrected. Even if you had dozed off, no harm done.
Okay then.
Besides, a little nap is good for the soul. I slept through my share of lectures, and look how I turned out. That's all I have to teach you for now. I'll chime in if anything else comes to mind.
After everything we've seen, do you still want to be an animancer?
The better question is, can I still be an animancer? Could I even make a difference? By burning Fior Messiverno, the Steel Garrod declared that animancy is not welcome in the living lands. And then there's the Dream Scourge, unraveling civilization as we know it. I don't know where that leaves me. The work my parents started may have no end in sight. We don't even know if the living lands can be tamed politically, much less spiritually.
Thought animancy was about discovery, even if the odds were against you.
All of my discoveries have led to dead ends. Where then do I turn? All I know for certain is that I've been going about this the wrong way. I should be an animancer for the right reason. With the Dream Scourge.
Now we're doing it for the right reasons. Then we better stop the Dream Scourge. Your work is too important.
At least someone thinks so. Thank you for believing in me. Whether or not I believe in myself.
So close to the garden, are you nervous?
Oh, yes. The little butterflies in my stomach are more restless than ever. When I joined you, I needed to put a stop to the Dream Scourge. So much has changed since then. There may be nothing for me in the garden. Nothing I haven't learned outside of it. But I still want to see it for myself.
Aren't you tempted to collect a few samples and further some research?
Something tells me the garden would defy any attempt to measure it. One cannot catalogue the impossible. On a journey such as this, it's better to cast aside your expectations. They can only weigh you down.
Talk about tasks.
Go on then. I'm listening.
Would you want to know about tasks?
I've heard the Wardens are very set in their ways. For better or worse. Usually the worse. Vidaro tried to form a trade agreement with the Council. Copper and glass in exchange for grain. But it went nowhere.
Council wasn't interested in trade.
They weren't interested in outside help. The Wardens value self-reliance. Maybe because they have an inflated sense of their own importance. No offense, Marius.
No, you pretty much got it right.
They have a righteous duty to protect these lands, and believe that it can and should be done without the help of outsiders. It's a bit like shooting yourself in the foot because you don't trust anyone else to wield the gun. What are you so curious about? Thanks for talking.
Rawatayans love to boast about how barren and rugged our homeland is. But we've got nothing on the Pargrunan living here.
Has a certain austere charm.
I can't fault your optimism, but would you think that if this was the only landscape you ever saw day in and day out? According to Marius, his people are forbidden from ever leaving the Tusks.
I did tell you that, didn't I? Must have been drunk.
I'm all for pulling together, but that's just oppressive.
I agree.
You're not alone. A lot of people in Solace would agree with you.
Exactly. It's not a home if you have to lock people in it. Rawatai has a similar problem. Between the constant storms and the rocky soil, the lands never supported us easily. So many of us find work as sailors and mercenaries. We explore the world as soldiers or as part of a trade mission. We venture out. We're encouraged to.
How many of you actually go back to your homeland?
Not everyone, of course, but Rawatai is hardly a dying country. Everyone in the Living Lands faces struggle, but people choose that, and usually to escape something worse. Forcing people into a lifetime of hardship for the sake of principle or tradition is a different matter entirely.
So, the way I sometimes interpret playing computer games is, these are thoughts I'm having, regardless of whether I say them or not. You've never been to Tusks before?
Never. The Pargrunen of Solace are notoriously suspicious of outsiders. Though, from the looks of this place, Solace's real concern has got to be keeping its people in, not keeping the rest of us out. Good luck finding a soft spot to bed down.
Schemes in the dark. The mountains shift in unknowable shapes.
What's eating at you?
The sulfur scalds. We do not like to linger in this place.
We won't stay in the Tusks long. We'll find the garden and out. Get out.
Rushes stir. We smell danger. Obstacles in the path. The beast of treachery smells you. It stalks you across the land. A sword for a settlement, the scorpion promises to protect. Rose today, thorn tomorrow. Friend or foe, the branches shake.
This bothers you a great deal, doesn't it?
Another time, a distant ache. A hidden strike, a bond bleeds in silence. Have your hands known this?
I have never betrayed anyone, and I never will.
An oak everlasting. Why?
When I make a promise, I keep it.
A certain spring. The bloom always succeeds the frost. The storm blows, others falter. What good is a vow if it can break?
To trust each other, not everyone is a potential enemy.
Trust. We have learned much. Dream of dandelions with two heads.
Very dandelions.
Hey, I might have something for you, envoy.
Welcome back to the tower, envoy.
Give me the lay of the land.
I don't know what to tell you except that it's best to keep to the road. Believe me when I say you don't want to know our lands.
What's life like in the tower?
Danger without any of the excitement. These days we do little but hold the gate, kill vermin, and ship their meat back to the keep.
Met Amalia, we've come to an agreement.
I'm all ears, envoy.
She's leaving with her wardens to fulfill her father's duty.
Her father? That would get her out. Forgive me, envoy. No one's left the keep in... I don't know how long, and... I I never thought of this. No one's left in centuries. How many have wanted to? How many have died wanting to? Please, I'd like a moment alone now, if that's all right. We'll let them out when they're ready. It's just a lot to reckon with. It's so strange to even think about this as a possible option.
So
I wonder if this will open the gate for others, so to speak.
So there's this thing called oh, I've forgotten what it's called now. There's this idea that capitalism, right? The people will imagine the end of the world before they imagine the end of capitalism. I think it's called like capitalist realism or something like that. There's something like that. But the whole point of like a literal apocalypse, they can be like, yeah, no, I can imagine that happening. But like just a different system of like other than capitalism, people just will resist so aggressively. And so I'm trying to imagine it like that. Despite the fact that there was already a route outside, that everyone was like, oh no, of course I could do it. Like, and I've got to think of those stupid things that I do, like when somebody posted a package from my window and took me a couple of hours ago, and the fuck did this get here? And I just didn't imagine somebody would just pop it through a window. But like, surely there's got to be people going, oh, I just want to be fucking out of here, and just trying to think of possible ways, because like, surely somebody would have thought of that before I did. Is that it? What's in this direction?
Hey, I might have... if... Oh, don't...
I played this game before. Got banned from one of the stalls in the Paradise Market.
I'm gonna go over there and see what happens.
Another hunt, another meal for all of us. I wonder if it'll taste any better this time.
It better be after that burrower.